Yeah, maybe we can have each one of our guests kind of describe, what challenges they're facing as far as, having balance in their life, just from their own perspectives. And then afterwards, we can talk about how we try to manage them.
Excellent. So somebody going to take notes? You can write down in the PowerPoint also. You can share the screen and each of the guests.
Last time I just did it on my phone. It's kind of easier for me.
Okay. However, but just have to remember at the end that you are going to bring it up. Okay. So Priya, you want to start the show?
Sure. Uh, I think for me right now, just finding a balance between having, a strict study schedule so that I can, take my MCAT on time, and then, um, balancing responsibilities I have for my parents and trying to take some time out for my own health and, exercising, and my dog, even like taking her out for walks and keeping her, active. Those are some of my challenges.
Those are your challenges, or those are your activities you do every day?
Well, the challenge is to try to find balance, so having time for myself and balancing other responsibilities.
Okay. So having time for yourself versus all the activities you have to do since morning till you go to bed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, who do we pick? Shahi?
Sure. Some challenges that I'm facing recently is like we have online school because of the virus. So just like learning through the computer without like as much like time to learn the subject and stuff is more challenging. So having time, separate time on my own to um, put more time into the subject so I can get a better understanding because we're not in school as much, as well as like balancing between my extracurriculars I do, like dance, debate, DECA, all that, just having time for everything and exercising and self-care, as Priya said. Having time for all of those during the day has been like a challenge to balance it, but like, yeah.
Okay. So we're following the same pattern what Priya just did, that you know what you have to do every day and maintain yourself so that you can overcome this challenge. So everybody's listing the challenges. So I hope, Valley, you're taking notes on everybody's challenges. Now let's jump to Isha, all the way to Florida, so that we can get some warm air from this Zoom call here. So Isha, how do you see yourself with dealing on the day-to-day basis?
All right. Since the other two girls talked about school, I mean, I'm sure everyone has the same struggles with school. I take computer engineering too, so it's a lot of work. And also my parents and same thing online. But maybe if it comes to myself, I'm trying to learn to be more like I've always been told that I'm too nice and too giving, almost that it's too much that I don't take care of myself enough. So I'm trying to take care of myself, trying to put myself first, and even little things, like whether it, before I buy someone else food, I want to see if I have enough food for myself first, and little things like that. Instead of calling my friends at night, I stay and make sure I do all my work, or I just, if I need some alone time. So personally, that's probably something is a challenge that I'm working on other than school and work life.
What was that?
It's my notification. Sorry.
Okay. I thought there was a fire alarm somewhere.
But
Okay. So Isha's point is balancing, putting yourself first and taking the other things. Of course, we have other things from the time we wake up to in the night, we have other things to do. So what is the balance? Okay, that's a very good point, Ishar. Very good way to putting yourself first. Okay, so that's one of the things which we discuss about, that taking care of yourself, self-care. We came up with a word called self-care. Okay, so Valley is very good in doing, because she's a healthcare professional, and she does self-care. So if you need any self-care advice, call 1-800-Valley, and she can guide you. All right. Next, we have wonderful Samu. How do you see balancing yourself? What are the challenges and things you think you want to uh, talk to us about?
I feel like my biggest challenge is not procrastinating. So I just stop doing that and have a timetable so I have better time management. So that would be my biggest challenge.
Time management. Wow, everybody's coming up with something. That's good. How about you, Valley?
So mine, I just feel like I don't have enough time in my day. Like I wake up before 6 and I'm on my feet all the way until about 10 o'clock, whether that's chasing my toddler around or working my 2 jobs or going to school. So mine biggest problem is probably time management and making sure I spend equal time within each thing I have to do during the day. So I just really focus on making sure I have a daily plan set. Otherwise, it's just chaotic.
Wow, good point. Very good point. Again, you are also looking for time management. That's the challenge. Okay. How about you, Gary, with your high school assignments and everything? How do you do in junior?
Well, one thing that young people and people with children and older people do all the time is when they're busy, the first thing that goes is sleep. We work to 4 o'clock in the morning. We cram for an exam. We're with our children. And sleep is very important to our health. Did you know, on average, a good sleep, 7 hours a day, gives you at least 7 additional years of life. So a good way to see your balance is, how is your sleep going? And if you're able to sleep, and please don't eliminate it. Every now and then it's okay, but make sure it's not a consistent thing.
Nice point. Sleep management. Okay. So can somebody share their screen or type something on the screen so that we can talk all these very nice points we did in the workshop today? Can we do that? Can somebody share the screen with the PowerPoint or the Word document, doesn't matter, so we can write down all these points? I tried to memorize some of the points. All of you did it. With the new slide, you can put a new slide.
Sure, I did write it down
Okay.
on my phone. So, okay. So
while Valley is writing, Priya, what did you think about everybody sharing their things? What do you think? How you want to see that each of them can overcome those challenges? Because the point of the workshop is to give everybody at the end, give them some type of solution, so that they can take it away. It's not that everybody has the challenges. Everybody can identify challenges, but finding solution for these challenges is the key thing. And that's what we provide in this Inspire workshop. So please jump in.
Yes. So I think, as Valerie said, time management is probably the most important thing when it comes to balancing. I think health and nutrition and sleep are also important factors. I know, depending on your age, we have different sleep requirements, and if you're not meeting them, it's just going to be bad, like, all around. If you're tired, then you're going to be not applying your, all of yourself into what you're doing. So that kind of makes you behind. But with nutrition, I know to speak for myself, I know, usually when I start studying or go to class, I try to like eat very light, and I try to cut out, processed foods and carbs from my diet because they make me very, low energy and sleepy. Avoiding foods like foods with sugar in them. Yeah, making sure you meet all your nutritional needs. But yeah, time management, just making sure you have enough time for, your important responsibilities and yourself. It can be a challenge to try to figure that out, but everybody has to figure that out for themselves based off of what kinds of things they have to do. So.
Isha, what kind of suggestion would you give to the audience and to everybody, those who are listening here, about managing time? How would you manage your time if you would like to balance yourself?
Well, I always see what I need to do first, like put first things, like prioritize. So we have to like you need like if I have like two pieces of homework, one due tonight, one due Sunday, obviously I'll do the one due tonight first. And if there's anything due in the week or anything that you have to get done this week, in my opinion, what I would do is I'd usually try to finish everything when I have time and then go to studying. So then I have some free time left for myself as well to take care of myself. So I can't, putting everything in the last minute. It just, you won't have full potential of work. So to get like the best things out of both, to take care of yourself as best as you can, as well as put your work on time and put it in its full potential. That's what you got to do, prioritize, in my opinion.
No, that's a good way to look at it. Yes, absolutely. Put the prioritization together. And main thing which we grabbed from this today's workshop is good night rest. Because if you don't have a good night rest, then you cannot balance your life. Self-balance is good night rest. And also Priya brought it up about nutrition, where if you don't have good food, okay, you don't have proper nutrition, then you cannot also have a good night rest. So these all are the balancing part. So if I want to take two things together, one is the challenges. So we have the challenges, that is time management, that is no proper diet because we don't have time for eating, no proper rest because we don't have time to sleep, and no self-care, that means we don't have time to take care of ourselves. Take care of ourselves is not always having good night's sleep and good food. It is just like sit down and just think what is going on in my life today. It just, because in 24 hours, a lot of things happens with all the challenges. Like Sai said, because of online, every class is virtual online. It is a challenge. It is a challenge because you can't access your friends physically. You can't talk to them. You cannot go and play. You cannot go to the movie. All these things are challenges. So how to take care of that? Take time for yourself. And then, Samu also said that time management. Time management is also a big thing. So if we see all these things in one side of the table, that is time management, good night rest, and all these things, then the second thing is solution. So how are we giving the solution? What I want you all of you, those who are having all this, I think this is everybody's problem. That's why they don't have a balance. So what solution can we give? What do we do so that you can have a proper time management, proper night sleep, proper nutrition, and take care of yourself? What should we do? I will have Valley, who is the healthcare profession here. Can you tell us how would you take care of these 4 items and advise us so that we can have a proper balanced life?
Well, I'm still working on bettering it myself too, but I started meal prepping and planning so that that takes time out of, like, doesn't take time out of my day just thinking about what I need to eat. Instead, it's already ready to go, pop it in the microwave, and then I'm getting food, because otherwise I won't eat during the day. But also just planning, make sure you have your planner. I know I've said that before, but I really just want to emphasize it because it is important. So yeah.
Well, Gary, you brought it up about the good night's rest. So how do you wrap up this workshop before I give my last sentence, giving advice? Because, you are the youngest here, and, what kind of solution do you advise everybody to do?
Well, we all have to inspire ourselves. It's important that we inspire others. Ishar, you said that basically that's what you do. You inspire others, but we have to inspire yourselves. And one of the best ways to inspire yourself is to make sure you're taking care of yourself, becoming balanced. And, there are certain steps that we discussed this week: setting boundaries, taking care of your health, taking care of your sleep, defining your purpose. Those are the things that will help you become balanced and inspire your own life.
Wow. Thank you very much, Gary, for inspiring me to inspire this show. So I think, what we did today was wonderful, because this is kind of a hands-on workshop, I would like to say, because all the 3 days I give lecture. Well, lecture does not go anywhere if it is not implemented. So the whole purpose of this workshop, the way we did today, is excellent, because everybody had the challenges. But what is the solution? How can we inspire ourselves? Well, the best way to inspire ourselves is follow the schedule. Just like how Isha said that, well, prioritize your thing. What is the deadline? Prioritize based on that. All of you had the same thing, same challenges. We all go through the same challenges, whether you are a student, whether you are a employee, or whether you are a family person. Everybody has challenges managing 24 hours a day. That time management can only be done if you take care of yourself by inspiring yourself, being motivated. That's one thing. Build up your self-confidence and inspire yourself. Don't give up. Oh, I cannot do it. My God, it's too much. I cannot do. Tomorrow is the deadline. No, I cannot do. I cannot do it. No. Do not bring negativity to your life. Just write down a big note in front of you. The negativity is not allowed to come and haunt you. That is important. You got to take the vaccine of Inspire. So Inspire vaccine is very important. We've been going through this COVID-19 vaccine, right? And in the other show, I was talking about, especially in my the initiative, returningyouth.com show, I keep on talking about love. Okay, love vaccine. I think in Inspire, we should come up with, Inspire vaccine, because this is where, if we keep ourselves inspired, then we can definitely work on this and manage all these things. So I really appreciate all of you joining today. I know we took a little bit longer, but since we have wonderful people from all over the country, Valley is from Montana, Isha is from Florida. We have two from New Jersey, and Priya is from Chicago. So we covered everybody but California. So maybe next time we can bring somebody from California. And Gary is from New York, by the way. And I don't know where am I from, but somewhere. I'm from somewhere. So and we had a wonderful session today. And thank you very much for everybody. Valley and Priya, you guys are doing a great job to inspire the young people, so that we are doing proper service to this community, especially the young adults today, those who are really feel that they cannot manage time properly and balance their life properly. So wonderful. I couldn't believe that we just finished our 8th week on this Inspire platform. Hats off to Gary, hats off to Valley, and hats off to Priya. Thank you. And thank you, Sahi, for joining the club and helping Gary. This is wonderful. So my dear audience, those who are listening, or will be listening in the future, please join this website, join this Inspire so that we can inspire other young people, those who are having any type of challenges, we can motivate them. Inspiring each other is very important. Again, thank you very much. Priya.
Thank you everyone for sharing your thoughts on becoming balanced in this week's workshop of Inspire Your Best Life. We hope you were able to take something away from today's session and are a little closer to finding your own personal summit. Stay tuned for season 9 next week, where we'll discuss the importance of stopping negative self-talk. Please make sure to visit Dr. Khanna's website, returningyouth.com, to hear more about the most recent initiative that has been launched for post-incarcerated young adults. You can also view all of the past training videos for this series at inspireyourbestlife.com. In addition, please don't hesitate to reach out for any questions, concerns, or comments at contactk.com. Thank you and have an amazing day, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you very much. Can all of you stay live? You can stop the live.